So, now that you have your image open, there's a couple things you need to do before you actually can work with it. First things first is if your image is rotated like mine, you need to rotate that image. So I'm going to come up here into Image, and I'm going to find where it says Rotate Canvas. And obviously you've got quite a few options, but I'm going to go with counterclockwise because I want my image to rotate in that direction. There. Now, once it's rotated in that direction, my next step is to make sure that I'm going to be able to work with color. So in order to do that, I need to go into Image, Mode, and I'm going to come down to RGB or CMYK. I'm going to CMYK color. I click on that. Now I'm going to be able to work in color. Then my next step is to make sure that I'm going to produce a layer that's going to allow me to preserve my original image. And what I need to do is I come over here to where it says background. Okay, you can see it in blue. There's a little eye on it. I'm going to click and drag that down to this little image right down here that looks like a little post-it note. And I'm going to leave it there, and you'll notice that now I've created a background copy. The advantage of the background copy is that I could do everything and anything to this layer right here while still preserving my original image down here. Okay, to show you what I mean, I'm going to click on the eye on my background, and what that does is it hides it. I could come over here and I'm going to grab my eraser, and I'm going to actually I'm going to erase a bunch of different things. If you notice, it gets I'm just basically messing up this image. But because I've kept my background, it looks like I've done nothing to it. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Okay. Also, if I've made an image or made a mistake, I could always hit Control Z, and it hides everything. If, however, I want to take more than one step back, I come up here to my history, and you'll notice that it records all the different steps that I've done up until this point. Okay, so once that's there, and I've rotated, I've created or changed the mode from grayscale to CMYK, and created a background copy. Now my next thing is I'm going to go to Adjustments, and I'm going to go to Layers. Once I click on Layers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the gray. Okay, I want everything to be black or white. So right there, I slide it over to the right, and it gets rid of all the gray. I click OK, and you'll notice now it's going to be a little bit easier for me to select white areas and be able to select the black areas without a lot of problems. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. That's all for this one. Next one's going to be now starting to add color to our image.